Welcome to an unboxing video. I think I haven't done one in a while. Even there were a lot of releases like our legendary double CD with the first two albums, Mists of Time and Dungeon Crawler, in a slip case. This is a slip case. Before that I always thought that women carry their underwear in slip cases, but no, it's not true. I mean, you could put in here a slip of a tiny girl maybe, but yeah, that's a slip case. And this is the CD. The first two albums of legendary Mists of Time even was remixed for this reissue on Golden Core, but I talked a lot about that on in the type way. Don't know if this makes any sense. So I just want to show it up because today I want to talk a little more about this baby here. Various artists. So it's a compilation. It's called The Best and the Rare of GAMA Records. Hard rock and heavy metal from 1980 to 1989. Of course, GAMA existed. I think the last release was in late 1990, but not on this CD. The last one is from 1989 here on this CD, and the first recording from 1980. So, I mean, of course, I checked this CD before because it's out since, yeah, a little more than a week now. So, yeah, I did that before what you see now, but it's an unboxing video. You see, I have unboxed Hello Cat. You like GAMA Records? Yeah, she does. Yeah, this double CD was a ton of fun, I have to say. And it was more obvious to do a Neat Records compilation for all the new wave of British heavy metal fans. We did that last year, I think in October. It was released. The vinyl came a little bit later, somewhere here. Oh, here it is. You might remember this one. It was a pleasure to do this thing here. I still can't believe that I did that as a fan. It's still some kind of somewhat weird. Yeah, and yeah, of course I asked. I wanted to do something like this with Noise Records, but yeah, this was not really possible. I asked for several tracks. I asked the owner of the rights right now. It's a company based in England, partially also in Germany, and it was nearly impossible. We want to do this by ourselves, and oh, this track, oh, we don't know, and bullshit like that. And so I gave up on that one. And yeah, I was in a forum here on Facebook, not here on Facebook, but you might see that on Facebook right now. There's one called German Metal Graveyard. This is not a German forum. It's made by I think by Americans even. And the other one is a German forum just called Heavy Metal Fans. And yeah, that's some of the forums are yeah, groups, Facebook groups I enjoy. There's no bullshit writing or something. It's just to have fun with music, and yeah, that's why I enjoy it. And yeah, I think it was on Heavy Metal Fans, if I'm right, where yeah, people were posting GAMA stuff from GAMA Records, and Stormwitch, Gravestone, and old videos they found on YouTube. And for some reason I thought, my God, I know the owner of the rights, or both owners, and why not doing a GAMA compilation? I will get some good stuff at least for one CD, I was pretty sure. And of course I knew, yeah, now as I know the whole catalog, I thought I knew 90%, but I didn't, and you don't too, I'm pretty sure, because GAMA was not just metal at all. Yeah, I think it's, but that's what I thought. Okay, let's do one CD, to do a nice cover that looks somewhat between that cheapo style the 80s sometimes had, with, but still cool. We ended up with this one, which is pretty cool, I would say. It's better than a cheapo cover. So yeah, in the end I started doing research, talked to ZYX, the record company I work for, if I can do that, and I talked to the owner of the rights. He said, oh yeah, no, let's just do that. He didn't even want a contract first, and okay, we did all perfectly. I sent him a list with songs that I wanted to do, and even here there were two songs where he told me, I think we have the rights, but you don't want to work with that band. This will only cause trouble. And okay, I don't tell you which band it is. Another band, I asked one of the very first heavy bands on GAMA, I asked if they would like to be on that compilation with one song. I can say who it was. It was Sinner. I talked to Matt Sinner, but he was not interested. I don't think he likes the first Sinner albums on GAMA, or I think it was Sri Lanka Records, very much. So yeah, I can understand that he doesn't want to. It's still a little sad because it would have fitted pretty well to this really nearly complete heavy compilation of GAMA Records. So yeah, the research began, and yeah, beside all the stuff I already knew, I was on GAMA myself with my band Sun Darkness in 1988. So yeah, I was pretty aware of what GAMA has released, and here and there I also got albums from them for my old TV show to talk about it, to do some live reviews, but that was always a thing people loved when I did that back in the 80s. And yeah, they even sent us Vampire in one of the first 4 issues of the TV show Heavy Metal Battle. You might have seen some footage on YouTube of Vampire where they play at least 40 or 45 minutes live. So I was a little inside that circle a little bit, but of course too far away from Stuttgart or where they came from, Kirchheim Tech, or Ulm, which is another city. This is one big scene, it still is, and most of the bands are from this area, or at least are related to this area. So, but yeah, the research was not ending with heavy metal. There was so much stuff in the first 4 years of GAMA, from 1980 to 1984, which was way before all that heavy stuff like Killer, Gravestone, Stormwitch, yeah. And yeah, I was wondering what it was all about. There were even some bands that even weren't on YouTube, not one song. And this really made me nervous a little. Maybe there is something we all don't know, or we all have forgotten somehow. For example, this band here, Poker, from Mannheim. I mean, Mannheim was 20 minutes from where I grew up, and where I lived until the late 80s. No, even longer, until 95 or so. So I should know this band. Of course, now I know some of the guys. It's the singer Michael Potts, who also was on the British band Tokyo Blade, sorry. Dead Ballerinas, also featured here on this CD. Tokyo Blade not. This is one of those bands where, yeah, and yeah, same with the drummer, Astor. He also was on in these both bands. Of course, Michael Potts also was in Kingpin May. Kingpin May. It's always a hard name to say. Yeah, and of course Gary Mrotzek, the guy who wrote for some of the biggest German pop guys like Herbert Grönemeyer. He wrote the song Alcohol for Herbert Grönemeyer, and the Germans will say, oh my god, unbelievable, yeah, this guy is playing guitar here. So there's a song on this album here. Or we have Floating Opera. Have you ever heard of Floating Goddamn Opera? You haven't. And yeah, it's another great album that I bought on Discogs to check out what it is. And yeah, I found at least 4 or 5 songs that definitely are heavy. It's 1980, so it's not thrash metal, of course. Oh yeah, this is not GAMA. Yeah, but here's another one here. It's they are really just here to take photos of the covers on scans. That's why they are placed here. It's even not on purpose, but yeah, here's another one. Schloss. Have you ever heard of Schloss? Yeah, it's the same band that did an album in the mid-70s. Yeah, and this 1981 thing here, or 1980, is weird. There's not even a lineup on the back of this album, so it will be hard. But yeah, Schloss ain't is not on this CD because I got that too late for the deadline. So forget Schloss, we will do all these albums next year on Golden Core anyway, including Schloss. Yeah, so that was about the research, and then yeah, I sent one email at least to the owner of the rights saying, can I please add this song, and I have an idea, can I add this song? So it was yeah, a lot of emails until the final track list of 160 minutes of music was yeah, on this CD. And then the next thought was, okay, we have a lot of speed and thrash metal here, of course, Necronomicon, SDI with their melodic and classic speed metal, Darkness, my band Sun Darkness, Vectom, I think I already, not, yeah, Vectom, yeah, and I think I forgot, Carry On, yeah, the pre-Poltergeist guys. So, I first thought, okay, let's do the heavy stuff on this side and the speed and thrash, maybe some speedy songs from the regular metal bands on another CD. And then I thought, oh no, I won't do that. I also was not interested in doing an anthology because then all this hard rock stuff would be in the beginning, and yeah, even all the rest in the end would have been thrash metal. So we would ended up quite similar. So I thought, why not doing it by feeling? So this is my way of feeling to how the songs are ordered. You can disagree here, but I exactly enjoy to listen to these songs in this yeah, order. And I think it's cool when there's a some yeah, progressive early hard rock, and then you have a song from Darkness next. That is like, yeah, early Creator or something. So I enjoy that. If not, you have to program your CD player to have a different yeah, order of the songs maybe. Yeah, need some beer here right now. It's a island beer from the island. I don't want to say the name, but it starts with a G. It's really good. So, okay, so that's all the, yeah, not all, but a lot of information about the idea and this CD. And yeah, there was another thing that I can't say why it always makes me angry when some, yeah, guys of my age always, when they don't like anything, they say, oh, nobody needed that back then, and we don't need it now. And for some reason, I don't like that. It might be their personal opinion, and that's okay. But I read that here and there when people are posting these so-called C-class or B-class heavy metal bands. I don't know who put them in this. Yeah, I don't know the word now. That it's B or C class. What is A class heavy metal? I think it has a lot to do in the 80s. It had a lot to do with on which label you were. If you were on Mausoleum, if you were on Earthshaker or on one of the later album labels like Shark Records, could be good, could be not. And GAMA was in the beginning. It was okay. I remember that there were a lot of interviews and stuff in Metal Hammer was the only big magazine we had in Germany before Rock Hard came, and it stopped at some point, and there was just the view on what's next from America after nobody was interested in the British stuff anymore. Yeah, but yeah, so most of the traditional sounding GAMA bands really had a problem. There was just maybe an article like this, and oh yeah, there's a new band called Neusander, and that's it. And this had to do because the band was on GAMA. I don't know what they did wrong. They did advertisement. You can see a lot of these advertisement here in this inlay. So it's more than I could show up of in this double CD. So it can't be this. Yeah, but okay, forget that. But this was another reason I wanted to show that even on albums that are not really great or that even are boring, you can find one really amazing song if you give this song a chance. And this is how I found some really great songs of bands that I thought, high tension, talks, and then I found not the albums are not good all through. I would never say that, but yeah, there is this one song, Prince of Darkness from Tox. That's a masterpiece.
Take a dance with the witch, Prince of the darkness, kiss the mark of the beast, Prince of the darkness, welcome to the sorcery.
And before and that, it's just some more or less boring hard rock, I would say, and then there is this masterpiece in between. I was paralyzed. Oh, this sounded good. Okay, the first CD, I made it look like a Hot Blood Records label. You need to know, GAMA was just the main company. There was no album on GAMA Records. It was all labels. This year was Hot Blood Records, and of course it says Golden Core now here. And here we have SL Records, which was Sri Lanka. On some labels it also says Sri Lanka, but on some it's just SL. So like usual, I wanted to offer the original view of some of the GAMA albums. Then we have the fat and big booklet here, which is really hard to get out. It's 20 pages. I noticed that 24 pages in the Jewelcase is not cool, so I will do only 20-page booklets in the future. A nice butt here. Yeah, this is a little more sexy version, because even in the middle of the CD, there were so many women and on the original GAMA covers, and I thought, let's do something nice here. Okay. Yeah, but of course there's liner notes. I wrote them. A lot of stuff. Basically not too far away from what I just told you. Yeah, then I have, that's funny, that's all the ugly covers, not all of them, but a lot of ugly colors from the 90s CDs of GAMA Records, of the GAMA Records catalog on labels like WZ Tonträger, or Laserlight Digital. Absolutely horrible. And that's also a reason why some of the GAMA stuff got this, that's cheap B-class materials, because of these later CDs. And a lot of more stuff here than the sexy page. Here's some really great photos that a guy who had a fan sign back then sent to me, Jörg Schneebele. That's really GAMA Records here. Gara Tony and Marek, this are the two guys running this label, and they are here. You can see them at their office. That's really amazing. And then we have the liner notes part 2, where I talk about all the songs and I show off all the covers, so you can see what the album looks like, where the stuff comes from. And of course there is some of the stuff is pretty rare these days, but it's not impossible to get it on CD. There was one series of CDs in the 90s, Brainstorm, that is pretty expensive these days. And of course GAMA did also some CDs by themselves. The bigger names like Stormwitch, they saw a lot of reissues in the last years, so anyway. But stuff like this here is indeed the first time on CD ever, and there are a few of them. Also a band called Requiem. I don't have the album here because I already took the photo of the cover, so it's not here right now. So that's the GAMA Records album, double CD, 160 minutes. Everything was remastered again. If it was remastered before, I tried to find an unremastered version to remaster it by myself, because especially in the 2000s, nothing against the companies doing all these reissues back then, but it was way too much. Sometimes there was not even how do you call that, a wave. It was just a because it was too loud, it was nearly distorted. And I think this was just there's just one case where I really had to use that because there was no other chance. Yeah, in all other cases I found older CDs or even vinyl transfers made by Patrick Engel to give you the best sound quality here. And yeah, I can say that most of the tracks here have a better sound than on the CD reissue versions you might have at home, if they are from the really late 90s or from the 2000s, or of course from these Laserlight Digital CDs or whatever these cheapo CDs are called these days. Yeah, that's it. I don't think I need to add more. I always have fun when creating CDs for the label Golden Core, and as you can see here, it's just stuff I enjoy. There's nothing where I would say I did it for the money, or battery was over, battery. Yeah, so, but I don't have much to say. I just wanted to, I was just, I think I just wanted to tell you how much I enjoyed working on this thing here. It was more fun than I ever expected. Especially because I found so much cool stuff I never heard before, and I didn't expect that too. And yeah, I don't get it out of my player in my car, because right now I'm there's no reviews to write. It will be in the next 2 weeks when the first albums came in, where I have to write reviews for the magazines I write for. So right now I can listen to whatever I want, except of stuff I'm working on right now and that I need to check in my car. So this CD is in my player all the time, and I really love it. So it's like one of my personal mixtapes. The only difference is that it's made professionally, and you can buy it on Golden Core ZYX Music. So thank you. I think I will do another unboxing video, hopefully in the next 2 weeks, when we have still 2 releases this year. One is Destroyer with a set, a technical thrash band from 1990. Only 100 vinyl copies were made back then, so it's a real rarity. But that's not the most important thing. The music is fucking great. And then we have on the 18th of December another of my X-bands. This is the first non-metal album that I made on Golden Core, but it's really by public request. It's my X-band Cocoon, the band that I had with Christian Kohlmannslehner and his wife Nadine. And of course bass player Guido, who was with me in Sudden Darkness and Economist and in Century. So this is not really metal, and it's not some old school stuff like the stuff you know me for, but it's great music. And people worldwide try to buy our 2 self-produced CDs from 2003 and 2007, especially the second one, Mrs. Jesus, is really rare. We just printed a few of them, and on YouTube we have 10,000 of clicks on old videos now, and so we decided on give these people a chance, and so they can buy both albums on one CD now, with some liner notes, with some never seen before photos, like I did it with the metal CD. So I think it's a good thing if you are, I love this word, but it's so out of fashion, open-minded, you might like it though. Cool. But now I will drink my beer and do a completely different video for something else. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a look at and listen to the GAMA Records album. It's the price is really good. It's a double CD for the price of 1, so no excuses. All right.